There are thousands of incredibly talented athletes out there. What sets apart the average athlete from the one who makes who makes it, who becomes a champion like you did?
But I believe the great is still yet to come. I won't stop fighting, man, until I'm done. Hello, folks. Welcome to the 13th Breakfast Ball. I guess what do we say? The average podcast lasts 7 episodes before they give up. So we're almost double mediocrity at this point, which is we're happy with that. I'm your host, Bob Cardia, and to my far left and your far right, the dashing Richie Stoltz. And we are truly, truly blessed this morning to have a guest, Spencer Broad. Spencer has done some presenting with us in the past. He has been in meditation, I guess, for nearly 20 years in meditation.
Yeah,
in yoga. I'm sorry.
Right.
And then in meditation.
Right.
Why don't you tell us?
I've been practicing yoga for about 20 years, 18 or 19 years. Been teaching yoga for 7 years. I've had a meditation practice for about 10 years now. I'm now also a certified meditation teacher, facilitator, and obviously I represent a meditation company that we can talk about as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
give them a plug now.
First of all,
paying attention.
Thank you both for having me today. So,
Thank you.
just to give you a little bit of my background, I spent 20 years as a chiropractor.
Yep.
So my background is in anatomy and physiology. And then I left that profession. I spent 17 years in the employee benefits profession, which is about the same time that I coincided with starting my yoga practice back in 2005. And then at the end of 2022, I retired from all my day jobs, the employee benefits, and now I teach yoga regularly in South Jersey and a couple different places, and I represent a local nonprofit called Meditation for Leadership. It's the word meditation, the number 4, and the word leadership. And Meditation for Leadership is an organization that brings mindfulness and meditation programming to the worksite. Primarily to the leadership teams at the worksite to make stronger businesses, to make more aware businesses, to make better leaders. We also work with individuals within Meditation for Leadership, but our primary focus is working with groups, whether it be a team or whether it be a sports team or whether it be a team at a corporate entity.
Mm-hmm. Which is great. So what I always try to do, and Richie and I talk about this all the time, is we try to identify people that have value to what we do. And if you haven't had the pleasure of seeing Spencer, we've had him now at least 3 events. Very impressive. There's things that I'm not an expert in, and when I'm not, I try to bring someone in that is. And sometimes that works, and sometimes that doesn't. But
we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, like the 3 functions we've done, when people walk out, they say, "Boy, Spencer."
Yeah, we've had a good time,
yes,
definitely.
So
Yeah.
I'm thrilled with that. And just quickly, I forgot to do this because I forget things sometimes. That's what happens when you get a little older. But anyway,
a great memory. It's just a short one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, Richie just stole my line. I tell everybody I have a great memory. It's just a short one. But with that said, thank you. I was talking to a very dear friend of ours the other day who does professional consulting, and we're growing at about 10% a week right now, which he says is excellent. So if you can keep liking what we're doing, keep subscribing, we would appreciate it very much. Now, with that said, I have a quote. As for those of you who do know or don't know, I've been the head golf coach at Rutgers now for this is my 31st spring. And Richie's one of my former players, All-American. And the man on the other side of the fence that you can't see over there, DMG, David Gibson, our new hire that'll be start teaching soon for us. He is here also, former team captain at Rutgers. I've been coaching there for 31 springs, and we went through a span there in about 11 years where we made 9 national championships.
That is impressive.
Thank you. We 52 first-team all-conference players, I think 5 or 6 NCAA All-Americans. So we were talking Phil Jackson earlier. Is he a great coach? Or does he have great players? And I can tell you, I was a much better coach with better players.
Yes, absolutely. But having better players does not guarantee.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
The chemistry, and I think
Right.
what you said to me that
Yep.
really, is exactly what we didn't have much chance to talk about, but that's exactly how I feel, is, getting the right mix of quality players in a room is important, but steering that ship in the right direction is a whole different matter.
Right.
So anyway, Spencer is our meditation expert. So you know me, folks. I go through the books and I try to do my prep work, and I pulled out a bunch of meditation quotes that I thought would represent the direction that we were going. Being a meditation novice, as I told you, I'm working on my own demons and meditation and whatnot to get my headspace a little bit clearer, because as I called myself, and Richie knows this and David knows this, I'm a ready, fire, aim kind of guy. Like I just, if things don't get done immediately, I kind of start wigging out a little bit. So I need meditation. I need Spencer. That's what I need. So thank you.
I'll move in.
There you go. Wouldn't be the first. All right. So the quote I saw that I think Spencer identified with the greatest, that I would love your comment on. Distractions are everywhere. Notice what takes your attention, acknowledge it, and then let it go. So, bang, to you, if we're talking about sports performance psychology, which is the point of our show with a golf backbone, what does that mean to you?
So that's a great quote, number one. And one of the things that I say in my yoga classes all the time to my yoga students is acknowledge, accept, and release. Okay, so there are distractions by the thousands. And when you are a high level athlete, there are thousands of incredibly talented athletes out there. What sets apart the average athlete from the one who makes who makes it, who becomes a champion like you did?
Yeah.
And it's not always the physical swing. It's not always how well you can hit the baseball. It's not always, how well you can shoot a free throw. It might be how well you shoot a free throw with 1 second left and the game's tied in Game 7.
Yeah.
Or it might be how you set up for your putt on the 18th green at the Masters or wherever you're working, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people that are wonderful golf players and are wonderful putters.
Yeah.
Right? But can they block out those distractions at the right moment? And on a golf course, and I am not a golfer, I'll be transparent about that, but I watch golf and I know a lot of, not as much as all of you, but I know enough about it to be able to have a conversation. Yeah. And, golf is so much into getting into your own head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And how do we deal with these distractions? So there's distractions everywhere. There's distractions in our life. There's our family. There's our friends. There's somebody cutting us out on Interstate 295, which is a local interstate here. And there's also distractions on a golf course.
That was me, by the way.
Yeah, maybe it's windy out. Maybe it's raining. Maybe there's a divot in the course. Maybe somebody yells something just at that exact moment. So how do you block out those distractions? Well, in meditation, we talk about coming back to the breath. And the breath is really the focus in meditation. And the breath is really the focus in yoga. Yoga is nothing more than a moving meditation. And when I introduce my classes, I will a little bit later this morning, I tell people, welcome to your 60-minute moving meditation. Because yoga is nothing more than meditation, except you're moving your body. Now, there's lots of different ways to meditate. A lot of times people think that the only way to meditate is you sit cross-legged in front of a Buddha with incense and a candle burning.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
You don't have to do that. Now, I will tell you that I have a spot in my home where I sit cross-legged with a little Buddha and candle and incense burning. That's me. But you can be meditating while you're cooking. You can be meditating while you're walking. You can be meditating while you're skiing. You could be meditating, playing basketball. You've heard the term in the zone, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
and especially in sports, you've heard the term in the zone. What does that mean to you when you're in the zone? It means that you are focused, right? That whatever is coming along as a distraction, you're able to acknowledge that distraction. Okay, so it's windy out. You acknowledge that it's windy out. You accept the fact that it's windy out. And then you release those feelings of, oh my God, my shot is going to be affected by the wind here, and I'm going to look like a loser. Right? So and in meditation, and particularly with meditation for leadership, the organization that I represent, we talk about the 4 pillars of meditation. We talk about awareness, connection, perspective, and potential. Those are the 4 pillars that we teach to our students, whether it be an individual student or whether it be a group.
Glass of bourbon, ha. My bourbon, ha. My bourbon, ha. Alcohol, because no great story ever started with, I'll have a salad.